Hey everybody, it's Callus, it's Permasand Invitational Round 5, and it's Fakes versus Xray. A battle of the Germans. These guys definitely know each other well. They have presumably known each other for years, but they've been teammates in various things, World Cup. I know that they have been test partners in various tours as well, so there's definitely a relationship here and a familiarity, and presumably that might influence the choices that they're both going to make, both in their team selection and in the matches as far as plays themselves, because these guys know each other so well. So we'll see how it plays out. This is a set that intrigues me with what they are both good at. Supposedly, Xray is sneaky good at ADV and at one point played it quite a bit and was quite good at it. Whether that gets to be shown here, I don't know, but that's where we're going to start. We are in Gen 3. So let's begin there. It's a best of 3. You guys know the deal. The losing player in game 1 picks the next game. Blah, blah, blah. And round 5, this is in the lower bracket, so this is going to be an elimination match. Here we go. Fakes on the bottom, Xray on the top. Skarm and Meta respectively, and an immediate Magneton switch. Spikes come down. Thunderbolt, there's the knockout. Don't know if there's an HP ground there or not. Probably not, since there's a Dougie in the back. There's Revenge, and we've got a really, really fast 5-5, but there is a spike down for Fakes. Salamence doubles back to Meta, finds itself in on Coon. Meta not gaining lefties, Surf and Hidden Power respectively, HP Grass actually, but really underwhelming against Coon, especially with no sand in play. And he's going to blow up into thin air as the Gengar comes in, so not the best start for Xray. Going to go to T-Tar here. Maybe trapping the Gengar if you're making this switch. Yep, it is a Pursuit Tower, but it's not going to kill the Gar. It's going to be at 2%. That being said, the Gengar will die next time to the sand. Dougie's going to come in. Earthquake going to do a lot, but not enough. Ice Beam going to get the knockout, and this game moving very quickly. We've got ourselves on turn 8 a 4-4 already. Coon with the Surf, make that a 4-3. And now Lax is going to come in against the Coon. This game moving very, very quickly. Like I said, 5 knockouts already, just 9 turns in. Body Slam on Coon. Roar is going to prompt out Swampert, so we have the full team revealed for Xray. 2 hidden pokes for Fakes. And he's not happy with the matchup. He goes back to the Lax. That, again, is going to eat a Surf. Coon is paralyzed right now at 57%. Has to be a little careful here. Gengar comes in, gonna die immediately to the sand, and Xray curses up, so a good turn for him. That was a free curse. Down that goes, and now Claydol going to be the answer for Fakes. Earthquake underwhelming at 21%. Body Slam lucky didn't paralyze him there. The Claydol would be in trouble too. And it's Earthquake again as opposed to Boom, and Body Slam will finish the Claydol, so Lax very difficult apparently for Fakes. Gonna resort to dealing with it via Blissey. Blissy's going to go Sunny Day, and there is self-destruct. The fat man is going to blow all over the nurse's face like a Ron Jeremy porno film. It feels so good! That's basically what happened there. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw him in the news recently. I think he got arrested for raping some chick, so life's going great for Ron Jeremy. But in the meantime, Xray here with the Salamence against the last poke Coon from Fakes. Swampert going to get roared out. I'm pretty sure we saw that he doesn't have lefties. So I think we are looking at an Endeavor Pert here, which makes this interesting. And there is the Endeavor. Brings the Coon down to 33. Calm Mind here is going to make the Hydro Pump possibility do way, way less. He's got the 3 Calm Mind boosts, 4 Calm Mind boosts. This is going to be really close. Salamon's missing Rock Slide there. He went for the Power Flinch, obviously. That's quite unlucky and unfortunate for Xray. He can try it again, but it definitely sucks for him to miss there. And there's no sand in play, remember, because of the weird Sunny Day Bliss. So I guess Npert is going to have to get it done. Going to substitute down to 1%, and there's a Surf, so it's actually all going to come down to this turn. I'm going to pause, make sure we all understand the situation here. So basically, he's going to Endeavor, and he needs to find full para or not. If he gets the Endeavor, the Coon's going to be at 1%. Actually, I don't even know. I think a follow-up Hydro Pump, if it were to hit, still kills. But, like, Coon would get lefties up to 7%, and he's got all those special defense boosts from the Calm Mind. So I don't actually know if the follow-up Hydro Pump would kill or not, but One thing at a time. He needs to get the Endeavor, because if he doesn't, the Kun will just kill him with Surf. If he does get the Endeavor, then it just comes down to whether the Hydro Pump gets the job done or not. And he would have to hit the Hydro Pump as well. But either way, there's only a turn or two left in this game. Here is the Endeavor. Okay, and that makes it pretty quick. So it is just the Surf. The full power doesn't come, which mathematically it's not going to most of the time. But nevertheless, Xray did have a shot there. He just didn't get the RNG that he needed at the end. And like I said, the Rock Slide miss from the Salamence was pretty frustrating for him as well. So Fakes actually pulls this one out. It looked like Xray was doing all right for a little while there. The lax really seemed to be an issue for Fakes, but Fakes managed to pull it back with the Kun. This is just a very traditional stall team here. It reminds me a lot. It's the exact same six, actually, of the famous team that M-Dragon used in the 2015 World Cup. The lead, he switched up the order. It wasn't lead Skarm at the time. I think it was lead Gengar back in the day, and obviously Sunny Day Bliss, for example, was not a thing. But it's the same core concept here with minor tweaks that Fakes used. And Xray just had a standard physical offense, which close but no cigar. 1% Kun, all that remains for Fakes, but it's going to be good enough. So, Xray gets to decide the next game, and he is going to take us over to Black and White. Let's see what they both did here. Who was on the bottom? Fakes? Yeah, so we'll switch that up when the game starts. The most popular archetype for Black-White in this tour, I believe, I don't have the usage statistics in front of me right now, but it certainly feels to me from the games that I've narrated that these sand balance teams have been pretty dominant, pretty popular in this tour, more so than any other archetype. I don't think I've narrated much Sun at all, if I've narrated any. And of course there's Rain, because that's a thing in Black-White, but it really feels like these sand balances have been pretty centralizing in this tour. Now again, there's variance within them. Same deal here as in some of the other games. Even though they are both sand balances, they actually only have two Pokemon in common, the T-Tar, of course, and the Lando. So there is some variety here, but they are both still mid-rangey sand teams, which again seems to be the preferred archetype this tour. So let's go ahead and switch sides for continuity. Xray must win this game and a third game, which would be DPP if we get that far, in order to not be eliminated. Something that stands out immediately to me, a nice immediate burn there for Xray. But I was going to say the Keldeo as a whole, even though I don't know that I would have led with it. The Keldeo seems very difficult for Fakes. The Lando doesn't love it. The T-Tar doesn't love it. Maybe on Ryunculus, depending on what set the Keldeo is. Certainly if it got off a substitute, that could be difficult. But he's going to be locked on Scarf now via Trick, so Lati going to do something before he succumbs, but he's very low and he's burnt. And there's another Scald Burn. Man, fuck Will-O-Wisp. That move sucks. This move is way better. Does damage and is 100% accurate and always burns. Scald is way better. It's going to get the burn on Pharaoh as well. And now Heatran going to sub up as T-Tar comes in. Xray off to a good start in this game. Lands Toxic here. Earthquake going to pop the sub. Obviously 4x weakness with the Heatran. But he might just sub again and try to Toxic stall him down. And that does seem to be what Xray wants to do, at least for a little while. He does have lefties too, so he could do this for a good amount of time. And he's going to stick to it. Sub and Earthquake, and the Toxic continuing to add up against the T-Tar. Now he's going to go Protect. So he's this obnoxious set. He is the Sub, Protect, Toxic, probably Torment Tran, right? I guess he could just have a Fire attack as the last move, but he is milking it, and T-Tar looks to be succumbing. Okay, its last move, Flamethrower. Good enough, but down goes T-Tar, losing to a Heatran despite the presence of Earthquake. And that, I was going to say, I don't like the Protect there from Xray. Isn't it obvious that if Fakes is making this play into a Pokemon that he knows has Protect, that he's going to go for a cover? I thought that was fairly obvious. Why else would you do that? Just let yourself die to the burn in the sand? That makes zero sense. The only thing that makes sense there is recover. So I think Xray just had a little mental moment there. Clearly Protect is not the play. There's no way that the play that Fakes made makes any sense if not for recover. So there is the Sludge Bomb coming down from Amoonguss. Latios got itself back up to 54, now back up to a hundo. Sludge Bombs are doing more than nothing, an okay chunk at 30%, but Latios is benefiting here, obviously. It is burnt, though, so that's hurting it quite a bit. it did get itself all the way from whatever it was at, 8%, 2%, whatever it was, all the way back up to 50-something now. So it's a lot healthier. And the Sludge Bomb attacks continue. This one landing a poison on the Ranunculus. Obviously does not care about that with good old Magic Guard. And here comes the Focus Blast, which, I mean, wouldn't have done a lot, but for the record, does miss. And Ranunculus does not like the matchup, gets out of the way. Finally, the Amoonguss switches out for Xray. We end up with Latios, which we know has Surf, and presumably last move Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse against the T-Tower here, which is going to end it before it gets to show either one. Pursuit going to do it. So Xray furthers his lead here, 6-4. End up with Lando on Lando, and it's a swing and a miss Earthquake for Fakes. Xray feels pretty ahead this game. HP Ice and Rocks respectively, so Hazards down, that's fine and well. Fakes does have the Hazards advantage, but Xray does seem clearly ahead to me in this game. 6-4, some of the things for Fakes, the Lando, now the Ranunculus are not in great shape. Now granted, Focus Blast does get Fakes on the board here, down goes Heatran, but as a whole, it feels like Xray has been ahead throughout the game and is still ahead. And I think we're probably going to go to a Game 3, especially now that Rapid Spin is going to get rid of the hazards. The Burnt Ferrothorn comes in to maybe reestablish them. But, I mean, Excadrill, if he wants to, can just sit here and EQ. And he's going to do exactly that. And it's going to be Endeavor from Ferrothorn. This is not a set that I'm familiar with. I didn't even know that it learned that, to be honest. But now I know. Learned something new today. Nevertheless, Ferro going to go down to an Iron Head. 5-3 now for Xray. He's going to go Protect. And Zam just going to go for Psychic. Now Lando comes in again. Intimidate. Hidden Power. Neutral. 34% there. U-Turn. Going to do quite a bit. Leave him at 1%. T-Tar going to be the answer. And Focus Blast going to insta-take that out with the crit. Choppleberry not going to save him. Brings us to a 4-3. Keldeo, however, is going to be good enough, and there is no more Alakazam, because remember, he's got the Choice Scarf now, thanks to Lati, so he's speedy. And now Scald should just wrap us up. There's the second Scald knockout, and I believe we're looking at a third with the Lando. Down that goes, this one much less close than the previous. Xray going to take Fakes down, and we are going to go to a third game, which is going to be Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. That's coming up right now. So let's just get to it. You guys know the deal. It's elimination. Loser here is out, and winner lives to fight another day. Switch those sides one more time. Continuity. Fakes for the last time on the bottom, with obviously a stall team since he's leading Fori against Xray on the top, who could be using just about anything with his lead Rachi. He showed Rocks, he showed Thunder, and Fori got down both Spikes and Toxic Spikes. Now Iron Head coming on Swampert, going to do very underwhelming damage at 11%. Breloom sneaks in, and it's going to get in on a Protect, so that's actually a free switch in for Fakes. Fine and well. Rotom Heat coming in, and now it's going to be a substitute from Xray. Thunderbolt will pop the sub despite the resistance, and Seed Bomb 34%, meh. But, I mean, lack of anything else to do, right? Best thing he's got. And he's going to Seed Bomb again. Thunderbolt 27%. Breloom obviously winning this 1v1. Lati going to come in on Rocks, and the Seed Bomb 18% not going to do it. Lati, as it usually does have lefties here. Shows itself to be a bulky set, going for the Reflect, and Spore comes down for Loom. So we now have a sleeping Pokemon for Fakes. We also have this paralyzed Pokemon due to the Thunder earlier from the Rachi. Lati going to go for Trick, and he's going to give Choice Scarf to the Fori, which obviously he doesn't want. He's going to spike up and get out of the way, and now Clefable is going to be the answer. Like I said, a clear, pretty hard stall team from Fakes. And he's going to go for Seismic Toss here, 29% on the Rachi. Rachi going to opt for Iron Head, gets the first flinch. One more of those, and we could have a dead Clefable. But he's not going to go for it. He pulls it back to Breloom instead, and he gets it in on Tran, which seems reasonable. He's going to pull it back to Lati, and Tran going to opt for Substitute here. Goes for Protect, and there is Surf. This also might be a Torment Tran. I said that in the Black-White game, and I was wrong, but it's more popular here in DPP, and this time I'm right. This time it is Torment. Thunderbolt and Sub. Yeah, the C-Tran might be obnoxious for Xray. We'll see if he can deal with it or not. He's just going to keep it aggressive and go for Surf. Now he's going to go Thunderbolt, but it doesn't pop the sub, and now Lava Plume comes down. Does not find the burn, but nevertheless, this has got to be obnoxious for Latias. Heatran here pretty bulky. I mean, we don't know half of X-Ray's team, so presumably he might have something else that deals with this, but the Lati right now is not under any pressure since the burn hasn't come down, but it's also not gaining any ground whatsoever against the Heatran. In fact, the Heatran is steadily gaining HP despite the presence of the Surf on the other side. He does connect with one, does 36%, but as we have seen time and time again, these Thunderbolts do not pop the sub, and I can't imagine the Draco Meteors are too exciting either. Which is what he's going to go for here, because Torment is being absolutely obnoxious for him and preventing him from surfing. Thunderbolt and Lava Plume respectively. Still hasn't found the burn on Plume, so Fake's not catching the RNG that he needs, but he's still doing fine, despite the fact that that hasn't happened, and Xray really not gaining any ground, and he gives up on it. He pulls the Lati back, but Fakes also gives up on it at the same time, and he goes to Swampert here. So we end up with Swampert on Loom. Before he comes back in, remember this thing has the Choice Scarf from before. Seed Bomb comes down and Substitute, and now Rapid Spin going to remove the hazard, so the hazard advantage belongs to Fakes with the 2 layers of spikes and the 1 layer of toxic spikes, and there is the Seed Bomb with Rotom going down, so Fakes now is behind with the first knockout of the game coming much later than in the previous games. Turn 34, we've got a kill to give us a 6-5 situation. Loom going to go Focus Punch here, and it's going to hit Lati for 32. Another one would do the job if he gets the same damage roll. Lati's still sleeping from before, and down that goes. So this is looking pretty good for Xray. Fakes looks like he's in some trouble. Protect and Focus Punch again, but I don't know how Fakes is going to pull this out. This seems heavily in Xray's favor right now, with the 6-4 advantage and with 3 unrevealed. And the 4, he's got the Choice Scarf on it, so that's not going to get it done. Swampert here comes in on Focus Punch. Not a great switch in anywhere for the Focus Punch. I mean, looking at what's remaining for Fakes, yeah, he's going to pack it in. He cannot deal with this Breloom. And Fake's less than thrilled with how he played this game. Has said a couple times in the comments that he thinks he screwed the game up and cannot win. He blames himself. I don't know DPP well enough to know exactly what Fakes thinks he might have done wrong or should have done differently, but he is not happy with the way that he played this, and I mean, the results can certainly tell us why. This was not close at all. This was the least close game of the 3. This very well may have been a 5-0 or a 6-0 had it actually played out. Xray takes this one handily, and it's going to be the comeback victory in the series for him. Xray did drop the game 1 that we saw, but he came back and won the Black-White and the DPP to win the set, and he is going to eliminate his friend and countryman in Fakes. Xray going to move on to fight in round 6. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, but we are not quite ready for round 6 yet. There is another set in round 5, and I am, of course, going to bring that to you guys next. So, in the meantime, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. I appreciate that, and I will see you guys in the final set of round 5, which is TDK versus Watashi FLCL. I'll see you guys there.